Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in or welcome back. Bicycles are going to be relevant. Just an extra confirmation. Nothing to do with the message. These are extra codes, confirmation. Celeste blue is confirmation. Beach, what do they call these? Beach bikes, beach riders. We usually ride road bikes, but this is to remind you to follow your own path. Your path is your path, and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey because that makes the destination that much sweeter. I'm just going to give a quick example before we get into today's short affirmation activation. 3 on the timer is when I first started doing long distance bike touring, 50, 60, 70. I think one of my biggest days, one day was like in the 70s miles. And this is a road bike loaded with panniers. Okay, bike packing, road biking, or touring. And it just keep again pedaling one step at a time, even through the most challenging parts, riding through cinder, riding through the heat, riding through the hard parts. And it's just understanding that, enjoying the journey while you're there, not getting caught up in your head, not getting caught up in what's happening next and what's going on now and all the discomfort, but enjoying the ride, the flowers, the grass, the people, the experience. Because when you get to the destination, whether it's a river, a lake, a sweet campsite, it just makes that destination that much sweeter, that much more satisfying. Excuse me, a lot of throat chakra stuff, so clearing out from time to time. So that was just a little start there, all right, to get going into our affirmation. 144 on the timer. Enjoy this journey, this awakening, this process of human evolution. This is the greatest time to be alive. How lucky were we to get our numbers called, our ticket was called, so we could incarnate during, I'm getting full body chills, this beautiful, magnificent time in the evolution on this planet where everyone in the universe and the galaxies are watching this, experiencing this, through this, and with us. That the human race is ascending, descending, inside, bringing our higher dimensional selves in this physical reality, which as far as I know, that's never happened before. You know, because when you ascend, you leave the physical body, become fully spirit. What we're doing is bringing spirit fully anchored into this physical reality, okay? There has never been anything like this before. This is why planet Earth has been 244 on the timer so important, okay? And why it's been so protected and why everything's been happening over millennia, okay? So how lucky were we to say, yep, we're gonna come down and do this mission, even though it's gonna be hard as fuck, extra credit on top of extra credit with the PhD program, to be here during this time, okay? And now working more with our higher selves, our higher dimensional selves, other higher dimensional beings, having this experience through us and with us while we are as well doing this, expanding, growing, evolving, helping, building these foundations. How exciting is that? I know we go through moments of purification and clearing and making the space, digging up the root rot, the rotted roots, the rotting foundation. There's a lot of us that have come here that we've been excavating the old foundations out, getting all of the decay out, so we can build upon a solid foundation that's going to be stable, okay? So get excited. Get excited. These are exciting times. I will be 50 in a few months, and I feel like I'm just getting started. And I know this internally, that I'm going to be here for another few hundred years. And I know that's hard for the human that might be receiving this to understand that, but we know the species used to live beyond 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and even if you make it to 100, my partner's mother will be 101 this year. And still in pretty good shape, doing really good. A lot better than a lot of 80-year-olds or 70-year-olds. But I know that we are going to be here, if we choose to be, because we've got work to do. We've got work we're continuing to help humanity. You know, we're the way showers, the leaders, the teachers, the healers, the guides. We're the ones setting up these new systems, these foundations, these schools, these teachings. That's why we're here. You know, the first half was kind of just to finish up the clearing, to make space to finish the excavation out of the bullshit, the nonsense, the programming, the toxic ground. We had to clear that out because we can't build new on that. We had to dig out the old roots that were rotting. All right. And so it's time now. It's time now. And I honestly feel, I've joked about this for years, I'm going to be here at least to 100 minimum, but I'll probably be here for another 100 or 200 years. Easy. Easy. And you ask how? Well, many reasons on the how. All right. But we're not going to go into that today. So breathe. Just breathe and just breathe, just breathe. I didn't know we were going to talk about this. Just get excited. Source gets excited, says get excited. Your team says get excited. Your higher selves get excited. Get excited for what is coming. Catch some joy. Catch some joy. Go out into the wild. Yeah, we're just going to just do a different video on that. So go out into the wild and share your magnificent, brilliant unicorn self. Real, raw, messy, authentic, magical, magnificent. Go out into the wild and share that. And quit worrying about what people thinking about you, saying about you, seeing you, how they see you. They're meant to see you, feel you, and know you in all of your authenticity. Get a text, I am planting seeds. I am planting seeds. We have been planting seeds that are going to be manifesting. Those fruits are juicy and ready to be picked. But going back out into the wild, being real, raw, authentic, creating from a place of heart, authenticity, not trying to figure it out or control it or script it. We're just creating to create. Like I get on and I hit record and I just create and I allow whatever wants to come through, whether it's information from a card pull, a journal reading, whatever, inspired from a coffee cup. Rainbows, unicorns, and sunshine. Go out and be your rainbow, unicorn, sunshine self. You are a magnetic, infectious. We are here to infect each other. We are here to be viral. Viral in the best way possible. Unicorn energy, rainbow energy, sun energy. Shine your magnificence, your magnetic self out into the world today. And every day forward, as much as possible. Be real, be raw, be messy, be clumsy, be all of it. Okay, because that's what humans crave, authenticity. You know this, that you are not called to listen to the bullshit, the nonsense, the program. You can't tolerate listening to people have conversations that feel scripted or written or fake. You don't want to listen to the conversations that are just nonsense and drivel. Fake as fuck. Like, again, I've said this, I'd rather be alone than be around a bunch of people that are having mindless, fake as fuck, drivelly, unconscious conversations. I want to have a super conscious conversation. I want to have a conversation with somebody that I can talk for and get lost in hours, and we're co-creating back and forth, bouncing ideas. How do we start this? How do we do this? How do we create the next thing? How do we help this person, but not in a forceful way, but how do we, create spaces and all of this? That's what I want to do. I don't want to go into a family setting and just have the same conversation about the same bullshit. What's the weather today bullshit? What happened 15 years ago, 20 years ago? I don't give a fuck, because that timeline that's non-existent. The past and present don't exist. All we have is now, is the present moment. Is being present now. Talk about what's going on now. And I'm not saying you can't create the future, but don't get stuck there. Don't time travel to the past and hang out there. Right? People these are unhealed things that they're hanging on to. All right? Especially when we're talking about the archetypal type of family, mother, father, sister, brother, grandmother, father. Yes, these people are your bloodline, right? But 911 on the timer. But that doesn't mean that if you're not in resonance with them, you have to be around them if you don't want to be around them. You will irritate people, more than likely. People will either really love you or they will really fucking hate you. But they're hating you because they're coming from a place of unhealed trauma, hurt, pain, and core wounds. Self and a lineage, generation stuff that's there. Belief systems, programming, and conditioning. But you have to understand that from the higher perspective, but you still don't have to tolerate it. If you don't want to be around that, don't. If you feel like you can hold space and stay neutral, cool. Maybe they're meant to, or they'll just want to run the fucking other way. Or they'll They won't be able, they're blinded by your light. They're blinded by your magnificence, your radiance, because you radiate pure frequency energy, this unicorn, this beauty. You radiate this and you blind people. You irritate people. And that's not a bad thing. That's a really fucking good thing. You infect people in the best way possible. 10:14 on the timer. And that's really hard for the ego and the human to understand. That's part of how we awaken each other. We activate each other. We inspire each other. Don't look at it as a bad thing. When I irritate people, it used to make me feel terrible. Like, it's like, again, that closed off shell, make myself small. I don't make myself small. I don't apologize for myself anymore. I don't apologize for who I am anymore. Now, if something took place and maybe actions weren't kind and I reflect on it, I will apologize for that one fucking time. I will apologize for that. But I will not keep apologizing for a situation over and over and again. I just won't fucking do it. That just keeps you in the fucking cycle, because the other person you keep apologizing for is making you feel guilty for something that you keep apologizing for, when they're the one that actually needs to reflect and focus on the core wounds and do the healing, as well as you, because you keep fucking apologizing. So stop apologizing for something over and over again. I'll apologize one time authentically, be real, be raw, be open, communicate that, and be done with it. Okay? Be done with it. Quit apologizing for something that they're still holding on to. That's not your responsibility. They need to take fucking radical responsibility for their actions and their behaviors. So you take radical responsibility for you, and allow the other people or other parties to take radical responsibility for their actions. More humans need to step up, be real, be raw, have the conversations, agree to disagree, not scream, not shout, not trigger, not get wrapped up in this fear and this nonsense and this spiral of negative energy. You can have an adult superconscious conversation and have different opinions and do this from a place of unconditional love and not fear, not programming, not conditioning. That's what we're working towards. Confirmation, someone's having this realization. You need to stop apologizing for who you are. Shine bright, be the unicorn, be the rainbow, be the sunshine. You will blind people, you will infect people, and you will irritate people. But you also will magnetize people and attract people and inspire people that are meant to receive your specific quantum medicine and magic, your frequency, your energy, your flavor, your color, your essence. Whether they realize it or not, they are ready for you. Their soul called you in. There is a soul contract. Even if it's just a conversation in a store and you never hear from them again, that was the soul contract. Their soul called your soul in to wake them up, to give them the information, to give them the quantum medicine, give the quantum magic, whatever it is. I didn't take my notifications off, so now I'm like getting all these. Absolutely. So there's a reason that I'm getting these texts coming in, and one said just absolutely. That's the only thing I could see was absolutely with a heart emoji. So when you're seeing those hearts in nature and around, know that that's a wink and a nod, and your team is sending you love. Your high is sending you love. Your ancestors, your loved ones, your guides, your teachers, your angels, whatever team. I have a big team. I have like a robust team. But all of that, your spiritual team, your team of unconditional love and light. So when you see hearts now, confirmation, that is a confirmation that they are saying, great job. High fives. We love you. Keep going. Don't dim yourself anymore. Stop apologizing for who you are. Shine. Walk through the world like you're you're this rainbow unicorn. You're the rainbow, you're the sunshine, sparkling everywhere, infecting everyone in the best way possible. 1414. And you don't need to know any more than that. You just be you. You just do you. You just create you. You just create the stuff that you wants to create through and with you in every now present moment. And that could be art. It could be singing. It could be dancing. It could be grocery shopping. It could be sharing an experience in a class. It could be anything. It could be taking a bath. It could be taking a walk. It could be taking a nap. Whatever it is, you're doing it from a place of authenticity and not because of anything else, of force or need or programming or conditioning or trying to figure or fix whatever. Okay? I love when the channel just like, what, opens up and I think I'm going in one direction and Source has me going a completely other direction, which I love it. It's just the way it goes. All right. Do you remember? Do you remember? 1515, that you are a magnificent, magnetic, radiant, rainbow, unicorn, ball of sunshine. I'm here to remind you. We are here to remind you. I hope you have a beautiful, magnificent day. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. We love you. Bye.